The purpose of life is to learn. And so the question becomes, are you learning and experience what it is that you want to experience? Are you experiencing what it is that you want to become? I always give the analogy of the shy person who would like to be a leader. Are you going to experience the life of someone who wants to be a leader but is too shy, or the life of someone who is going from being shy to being a leader? Life is ultimately what you make of it. Marcus Aurelius has this quote. He says, "The universe is change, and our minds determine how we harness it." So something to that effect. I actually have it not too far away from here. The universe is change, and our life is what our thoughts make it. And so thoughts become things. What you think, you say, you do, you become. I've said it 1,000 times, I'll say it 1,000 more because it just rings true. Is it the things that you most frequently choose to consume, you most frequently choose to have on your mind, are the things that will manifest themselves over and over again in your life. And the universe is change, meaning the universe is constantly changing. We are constantly growing or dying. We are constantly growing and dying simultaneously. Right now, within your body, without you even being aware, cells are dying and being reborn every single second. And so you decide with your mind, with your thoughts, you can shape what that change means for you, so for yourself personally, or what it means for you personally. Right now, myself, I'm experiencing the art of dying. You know, most people are not ready. Most people want to learn the way to win, but never to accept the way to lose. To learn to die is to be liberated from it. I often say fail early, fail often, fail forward. What if I told you you were 100 failures away? 100. That's a lot of fucking failures, right? But you're only 100. Think about it. How quickly would you want to get your first failure? How quickly would you want to get your second, and then your third, and your fourth, and your fifth, and your sixth, and the more you fail, you would realize that I'm actually getting closer and closer and closer and closer. And crazy enough, if I keep on failing at the rate that I'm failing, eventually I won't. Isn't that a crazy idea, crazy concept? Learning in itself, right, is I will continue to attempt to do this thing. I'll become incorrect, but the more persistently I move towards what is, the shorter the distance there is between my ignorance and acquiring the skill that I want to acquire. And so I ask that we apply that across our lives. And we, they made an acronym. I was gonna say, and we take advantage of the opportunities that come. There's an acronym which is what was it? There's an acronym for poor. It's passing over opportunities repeatedly. Poor. The more chances you take, the higher the likelihood that one of those chances will be successful. And that doesn't mean you split your focus and attention. No, it is picking one thing and locking in on it and going all in. And in that going all in, you will be wrong. You will be incorrect. You will have to change, shift, pivot 1,000 times. But the golden thing, and this is the thing that I'm going to leave you with now, is you only have to be right once. One time that it takes. One time that you need to be correct. And it'll make everything else better or irrelevant. Everything that is not that one thing will become better or irrelevant. Yeah, I'll leave you with that one. Busy man, busy schedule. Haven't eaten. I've eaten once today, and it was like a pizza roll thing. You know what I'm saying? So I haven't really eaten. So yeah, I'll probably get something in. Do some dishes. You know, all that stuff. And it's about 10 minutes to 10 that it is right now. Just got done with a couple of tasks. I did some notes first. As soon as I got home, one of the first things I did, literally, I probably went to the bathroom, came back, and then literally started working on noting down some notes that I wanted to take, and started working on my assignments or ICE tasks, they call them. Yeah, it was just engagement with work. Did about 2 of those now. You know, I helped out a couple of people with a couple of things. Yeah, just been here, fully in, bro. Fully in. Right now, my life in a nutshell is I create content, I post content. That's, hey, you underrate that part. I create content, I post content on time. Miracle. And I study, full-time student. The business has taken a bit of a back heel. That's honestly, for me, maybe for the best. Again, I never look at a delay and think to myself, man, I wish it could happen sooner. Because I always believe that I will be better when I start again. You know, I've never been afraid of starting again. Or if I ever was, I'm certainly not now. I'm certainly older and a bit wiser now, and am not afraid to start again. And so, all that being said, we are refining our craft in the meantime. You know, we are deep into more formal studies of business, and just interested and curious about the journey, because I've come to find that the content that we're focused in on is more so accounting and baby math. Accounting and mathematics for people who didn't really do it too much in high school. So, and I can tell that some people genuinely like struggle with certain concepts, and that's fair enough, because there's so many. It's ridiculous. Math is absolutely ridiculous as a concept. It's quite useful, I can't lie, like as general thinking tools whenever you're literally trying to like solve a problem, you know, thinking about equations and thinking about, you know, that type of stuff. Those are useful mental tools and mental frames. And so I'll never say math is useless. But yeah, super interesting that literally the actual business part is like we only have business Monday and Friday for say an hour tops each, an hour, close to 2 hours, say an hour 30, Monday, Friday. And from there, it's literally computer literacy, mostly accounting. I can't lie. Accounting is the main thing that they're pushing there, which is interesting. It just interests me. I'm just like, And so yeah, I'm honestly taking this journey in stride more than anything else. More than I am, you know, casting judgment on it and trying to think. I'm just curious at this point, like, man, I wonder how this makes sense in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like there's just certain things, that as they're happening, it's like I understand that life makes so much sense in reverse. If you put it in reverse order, you're like, oh, that led to this, which led to that, which led to this, which led to, and now. So yeah, it's been a very interesting journey up until this point. and I'm meeting some quite interesting people in that campus environment, stuff like that. Um, yeah, some quite interesting people, and a lot of things are going on. But we're in the midst of all this happening. The question that constantly pops into my mind is like, man, I wonder where this leads to. I wonder where this goes. I have a pretty decent idea, you know, but it's how we get there, right? It is about the journey at the end of the day. And so as I'm on the journey, I often take time and think to myself, man, I wonder, you know, like even as it's happening, I'm like, okay, it's happening, and I'm here, and I am getting good at this thing, and I'm doing this other, you know, and it's just understanding these concepts and understanding the utility of them, you know, and in the accounting front as well, which is something that I was literally like, ah, I'll just, you know, delegate, man, but delegate. You can't do it, delegate. But it is one of those things where if you don't understand books, if you don't understand the books of your business, then you are destined to get screwed over. And do you like to get what I'm trying to say? You're destined to get screwed over, which will force you at that point to get your stuff together when it comes to understanding accounting. And so I'm learning to kind of appreciate that aspect of things, you know, as I'm going through it. Yeah, and so much more, especially the people for me are super interesting. Well, not even especially, even the work itself is interesting. Some of it's quite difficult. Some like sometimes causes quite a bit of exhaustion. You know, quite run down, but that's also because I'm still trying to get, you know, my stuff in. You know, I'm still trying to create. I'm still trying to exercise, and yeah, find some not some happy mediums, because fuck balance, but find what is acceptable to me, in terms of splits of my focus and attention. And then when we found that, we'll keep rolling with it until we decide that we are prioritizing something else a bit more. All of that while bearing in mind and being conscious and aware of 80-year-old Sage and what he would like to say he has experienced, lived through, accomplished, in this life. Experience, emphasis on experienced, because when I name those three things, people will focus on the accomplished part, but it's not actually about the thing. No one cares. Oh, bro, I did this and this. No one really cares. But I care what I get to experience. I care what I get to live through. And so that is what I'm solving for personally. And so again, watching it all unfold while being in it, super interesting. In any case, thank you for watching. If you've stuck here until this point, this is really just one of those heart to heart sessions. It did start with more quite hardcore, like um, information based stuff, you know, a little bit of quotes here and there from Marcus Aurelius, some Bruce Lee, you know, that type of stuff, philosophy type of stuff. But just turned into a venting session between me and my boys. So yeah, if you do in fact enjoy some of the videos that I drop here, go check out that Bloemfontein vlog, by the way. It was quite an interesting diversion from the usual day. Hopefully you enjoyed that one. But until next time, I have been Sage. Please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. Signing out.